Hey friends, it's been a minute. How are you? I'm so glad to be back. I've been very busy in short form video and also just really busy in life, so I thought before I dive headfirst into bringing you regular, consistent content over here on this platform, I hope. I hate to commit to things and not follow through. But anyway, before I do all of that, I thought it might be a good idea just to give you guys a little update. I even wrote down some notes because it's been about 3 months since my last video, and there's been some stuff. There's been some shit that went down. So let's just get to it, okay? Chances are, if you're following me over on Instagram, then a lot of this is like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, or oh yeah, I remember she was talking about this. So you can follow me there at AmandaMuse. In my last video, pretty sure it was a vlog, I was taking Esmé to see Six the Musical in Toronto. To be honest, we've seen that 3 times now. It was amazing. I took her once for her birthday, and then I was gifted 2 sets of tickets for PR type of thing, and it was so much fun. Like, we love that musical. I'm actually taking her to see another musical tomorrow. We're going to go see Wicked in Toronto. Cannot wait. Turns out we have a little musical thing, the two of us. We enjoy them. Anyhow, so that was really fun. And then that was about, if we're going back 3 months here, so it's June, May, April, March. It would have been what, February-ish? What was going on that caused me to pause life? Well, that would be Dean. So Dean started his captain training in about January, and it was the most intense 3 months, more than 3 months, I guess, 4 or 5 months. Anyway, it was really intense, and obviously more intense for him because he was studying and his whole job was on the line. Nothing stressful about that. And I, as his partner, we're a family, we're a unit. So I picked up the slack. I did all, the things that needed to be taken care of. Pretty much every minute of every day, Dean was either studying or he was asleep. So that's pretty brutal, pretty tough stuff. So all the cooking, I'm sure he cooked here and there, but I tried to take as much as possible off his plate just because it was just so much, but the payoff, the outcome is so rewarding. And so obviously you've seen this, but happy to report that he passed his captain upgrade. And just to give you like a frame of reference here, it has something like a 55% failure rate, which is wild, actually, when you think about it. Great. We want our pilots to know their shit when they're flying up there. But just to give you an idea of like how stressful all of that was, it was pretty brutal. I can't really understate that. It was tough. And when he passed, I literally wept. You know what I mean? Like, I knew he would. He's incredible. But I also realized he's a human, and that when there is something like a 55% failure rate, I never thought he would fail out of the course. I thought, if anything, maybe there has to be like a bit of an extension or something, which can happen. But he fucking nailed it. Excuse my French. But yeah, he's awesome. And we're so proud of him. And I'm happy to say that I was sort of alluding to this in some of my previous videos, that once this upgrade happened, our life would change and sort of we would resume course. And so just to kind of back it up for a moment so you can understand like the gravity of the situation. So Dean had quit his last job with the understanding that he got into Air Canada, and at Air Canada, they don't have direct entry captains really ever, I don't think. So you start as a first officer, and then you do like a year, maybe 2, and then it's an upgrade captain, and then your salary and everything is back on track. Well, Dean got hired in March of 2020. So I'm sure we all know how that shit went down. So in the travel industry in particular, and I know many others, but travel tourism got hit pretty fucking hard. Sorry, I'm swearing, but I'm still experiencing a little anger about all that. And so the upgrade that should have taken place towards the end of 2021, we're in 2024. So you guys can fill in the blanks in terms of the financial impact and the emotional toll that something like that can have. And for those of you that are about to type, yes, but other people had it worse, I'm sure they did, but I also had it rough, and I'm allowed to say it's rough. My experiences are true to me, right? Right. So just that kind of paints the picture about how amazing, how proud, how necessary this upgrade is. And also Dean only has like 10 years left to work, right? Because you can only work till you're about 64 in Canada as a pilot. So it's like really important that he gets this shit back on the road and so that he can get the rebuild going and just also like prepare for this next chapter of life. That's the Dean update. I will have him on here at some point to talk about it, but let's be honest, the training was really brutal and the man needs to just chill and just kind of like savor this moment and allow himself to just feel whatever he needs to feel and enjoy this moment and enjoy flying again, being left seat where he damn well should be with the experience that he has. And you might even see him on some of your flights across Canada this summer. So if you hear Captain Dean, it's probably him. Anyway, feel free to DM me if you have a flight on Air Canada somewhere in Canada, and I'll let you know if Dean's going to be your captain. So that's always fun. All of that to say that we are so excited about this next chapter of life. I feel a huge, huge weight lifted off of my shoulders now that we're back on track to being like 50-50 and all the things. Because in this economy, it's really tough to be just relying on one, you know? So we're pumped. That's the Dean update. I didn't even mean to start with Dean, but you can just see how much it's been consuming our life the last few months, and we're so proud of him. So go Dean. Kid update is that the kids are wrapping up grade 4 and grade 7. They've had a decent year, actually. We all are feeling this sense of renewed enjoyment of life. We're excited for the summer. We've got some plans this summer. We're going to do a week at a cottage. We got a little bit of camp here and there, and we have a lot of beach days planned. And we're just generally like feeling really damn good, and it's a lovely change. So go team. I do share little bits and pieces here about the kids as we go. Of course, I started this channel and they were super small, and so you will continue to hear about them, but of course it's at their discretion, right? You got a 10-year-old, you got a 12-year-old, they know what they want to do. They're understanding kind of the scope of what I do for work, and so I let them, you know, as they want to dabble here and there. But I will say something that's interesting. I was talking to friends recently, and, you know, your kids kind of will throw things out to the universe that they want to do when they grow up. And neither of the kids have expressed any interest in being an online persona. It's just not interesting to them. And I'm wondering, like, to what degree just my being in the space has altered that, because so many kids want to be YouTubers and get that plaque, you know? So many people want to do this, and it is a very cool job, but I think they also see the reality of it and the work that goes into it and the hustle and also how often you have to be on, and that's not for everyone, right? So anyway, just really curious, all that. I do feel like these next few weeks are going to drag on like painfully slow because it's just hard to go to school when it gets really hot. And in Ontario, we don't wrap up the school year until the end of June, so it's a bit slow going, right? And for those of you that are out already and you're like, oh my God, that sucks for you, but we also go to school later, so such is life. Anyway, they don't go back to school till the beginning of September, so it's kind of sweet in that way. That's the husband, that's the kids, dogs are good, equally annoying and lovable. What about me? For an Amanda update, I know a lot of you already know a lot of what's going on, but it's always very short form. So I think the biggest thing that I wrote down, checking my notes here, the first thing is that I just hit 5 months of being alcohol free, which is pretty cool. I'm proud of myself. If you go back, you know, 1 or 2 videos, we were talking about the start of the year, and I was sharing how I had this kind of rough experience at New Year's where it's not like I got super intoxicated or really anything like that, but I was just drinking alcohol consistently, and I started to notice that my body and alcohol were not friends right now. I saw a naturopath recently, and she was like, it's kind of a vulnerable season, and your body just might not be into it right now, and that's okay. So I'm not drinking, and I've been dabbling with mocktails, and there's a few that I really like, and I actually just ordered a bunch of de-alcoholized, that's a hard word, wine, so wine without alcohol. It's been really well reviewed. I'm really curious to see, I'm shrinking. I'm really curious to see how it tastes, so that'll be arriving soon. But I celebrated my 40th birthday without drinking. I went away on a girls' trip without drinking. I also did a PR trip, a business trip, without drinking. Those are the situations where I feel the most obligated in social situations to drink and consume alcohol. Nobody ever forces me. Nobody has ever said you need to drink or you're not fun because you're not drinking, like ever. It's just in my own mind. And I got through all those situations and I was totally fine. So if you have any questions about sobriety, and even that term seems weird to me because it's not like I ever had a reason to not drink, but just going alcohol free. If you have any questions, sober curious, let me know. I think I'm going to put together a video for you and some of my favorite non-alcoholic drinks. The second thing, kind of playing off of that video where I was talking about the no alcohol, but then some of my anxiety, especially when it's triggered around illness, I actually started EMDR in my therapy. So it's this therapy that uses eye movement, and you hold these, well, there's two ways to do it. You do you move your eyes back and forth, or you hold these vibrating little device in your hand, and then your therapist is holding the other part. And as you're holding them, you're retelling potentially the trauma, because it's to help you recover from post-traumatic, like PTSD, which is what I have from an illness, like that I had a long time ago. Anyway, without getting too much into it, I'm working on it because I noticed it's not just the alcohol. I just kind of had it in my head that if I took away the alcohol, the anxiety would go away, and it didn't quite work like that. So there's still some work to be done, and it's going really well, and I'll keep you posted on that. If any of you have questions about EMDR, let me know below. I have had a couple of funny videos go viral on Instagram, and they do crack me up. And there's just two that I'm thinking, like, there's been some moments on Instagram, which is fun because I feel like my Instagram account was really stagnant for a long time, and I'm finally about to hit almost 40,000, and it's like, good God. I think I was stuck in like the 32,000 follower like number for a year or something. As it happens, the algorithms are weird. But I just want to tell you this short story. So I had one video go viral. I'll play it for you now. I may have to block the audio for this video just for royalty purposes, but anyway, you get the point. I'm dancing, it's a Rod Stewart song, and I'm like, I'm hot despite wearing sweatpants. The boys are mad. They can't believe that a woman has the audacity of being confident despite wearing sweatpants. It's ridiculous. Go check it out. I'll link it below. A couple weeks later, I post a video, same girl, same body, wearing a little bit of makeup, wearing a dress. It's on my birthday. I convinced Dean for my birthday to do a little short video with me, and it's hilarious. And the comments, very different. The men are praising Dean for having such an attractive wife. I'm getting called a real life Pixar mom, which let me tell you, I appreciate. And it's like, never believe the comments on the internet. Never believe what the internet wants to tell you, because it's all garbage. It's all nonsense. Like, you really got to do the work on the inside, because if you allow yourself to be swayed by what others think, you're going to be confused. Those two videos, same person, same body. One, pretty much every man is like, go back into the cave that you came from because you're horrible and you should never show your face in public. And the second video, it was like, that's my woman, why is he touching you kind of deal. Like, that's my wife now. It's bizarre. So very odd viral moments, fun, but you can't take that shit too seriously is what it comes down to. With summer around the corner, I've been enjoying a lot of really fun stuff. We're getting into pickleball pretty hard in this family. I've been enjoying reading, although I'm really stuck right now. I need a book. I cannot seem to sink my teeth into a book. I've abandoned like 3 books. So if you have any good recommendations, let me know below. I am partial to the romantasy genre. If you got some fairies, I've pretty much read all the good ones, but if you have any ones that I haven't read possibly, link them below. Fairies, romance, strong female lead, I am here for it. Bike riding, working out, I'm just really trying to do the work, you know, feel good up here, feel good in my body. I've been celebrating my friends. I've been trying to celebrate myself. I'm enjoying life again, and it's been a long road to get here. When I take a peek at Amanda from 2020, 2021, when everything was so uncertain and there just didn't seem to be an end in sight, it's here. And I'm starting to make plans for my future. I've even got a little secret project on the go where I haven't even told anybody in my personal life, because sometimes when you have a dream, you keep that shit like on lock, because sometimes when you tell too many people your dreams and your goals, you don't go after them. So I'm not saying anything. I'll keep you posted. Anyway, that's the update. I hope you guys are well. I'm gonna have another video for you next week. Subscribe, stick around. Let's do this. Let's bring back long form content. Woo! Thanks for being here, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.